He said, I've been assessing the options and I want to get a private jet to Lake Tahoe and do New Year's there. I'm Christian DelGrosso.
And I'm Kristen McGowan. And you're listening to the Chris and Kris podcast. Welcome back, everyone, to the Chris and Kris podcast. We're here, 2023. Are you excited?
I love awkwardly leaving you to...
You always say silent, like I'm like on my lonesome here. You just stare at me.
I love awkwardly leaving it to you because Kristen always throws it back to me. But then if I don't respond, she's just like...
Because you're supposed to be like joining in, you know? We should know this by now.
2023.
Wow.
New year. Same
us.
everything. New year, same everything.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about that for a second.
Uh-oh.
I feel a ton of pressure at this time right now. Let me just get right into it. Is that okay?
Yeah. I don't know what therapy session I just walked into.
Sorry. I just feel like I need to let this out.
Uh-oh. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I feel like a lot of people would feel this way, but January is, I don't know, it feels like kind of like a pressure month. Of like, new year and new me, got to do all these things. What are your goals? Like, what's the next thing that you're going to be doing? Maybe it's just our industry, but that's the way it really feels.
Really?
And I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to put my Christmas decorations away. Like, I can't keep up.
We are in that boat of people that have Kristen really did it.
I did it.
She's the one that decorated, though.
I decorated and took everything down.
I wanted to help you take things down, but you also she compartmentalizes everything, and I didn't want to get in between her compartmentalizing thing and making everything organized.
Yeah, sometimes I find it more difficult when someone's asking, where should I put this? It's like, I'll just do it.
Yeah, Kristen goes, just I'll just do it.
I'll just
leave it there. I'll just do it.
So I've got as far as putting away like things in big bins and leaving them in the family room. So now you have to come in and help me get everything back where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was a mission taking them down.
Yeah, it really was. It's too
Kristen
tiring.
Can you help me get these down?
Yeah.
And it was one box. And then can you get me that one? 2 boxes. And then also the 2 in the back, 4 boxes. Do you see a big green bin up there? 5 boxes.
Where's
the
trees?
Christmas? Dude, the amount of stuff we took out of that garage.
Oh, I know. And now we have to shove it back in. So that's the way I'm feeling right now. If I'm going to be completely honest, it's like, ooh, haven't even completely put away my Christmas decorations. I don't know, it just feels a little like you get thrown into the new year.
Who's putting the pressure on you?
Myself, totally
really?
Myself. No one has ever said anything to me that would make me feel this way. But yeah, I just need a longer Christmas break.
You're just a very ambitious person.
You think that's why?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get into the next thing. But then when different timelines are coinciding and overlapping and you have different things that have to get done also.
Yeah.
It gives you that pressure of like, okay, but I should be doing this though.
Yeah.
And you have that one thing that you're like, I should be doing this.
And you know what? Christmas break is supposed to be, not that we should be talking about Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is done. We're out of this. It's 2023.
It's supposed to be like a break. And
right.
Then when you host things and, you do all this Christmas stuff, it's actually just more work. So when do you get to chill?
Right. We did have a fun little hosting thing.
We had a fun little hosting thing for Christmas
that was
just
fun.
To catch everyone up.
Yeah.
And a really crazy end of
the year.
Yeah, really crazy end of the year.
Yeah.
New Year's.
Lake Tahoe.
We went on a last minute trip to Lake Tahoe.
Did we ever? I feel like we have talked about Lake Tahoe on the podcast before. I think we've mentioned it as. I remember us sitting here having a conversation in one of the other episodes, and I can't remember now, where we were saying Lake Tahoe would be one of the places that we would want to visit in California. Because I think we were talking about California just in general.
Wow, I have the worst memory.
And we did Lake Tahoe for New Year's. Because my boy Kalis, is an absolute psychopath. Because I said, let's do Big Bear. I said, let's go ski and snowboard.
Yeah, Kalis and his girlfriend Kira came over for Christmas Eve. And we were just like, what's everyone doing for Christmas Eve? It was just that kind of thing. Oh my gosh.
I know.
New Year's. See, I'm just lost. What's
just
everyone doing for New Year's? And yeah, we didn't need to do anything crazy, but we were like, how about a ski trip? And the closest place is Big Bear. So we're like, we could do that.
Yeah, just drive up there. No.
Yeah.
And no.
When you do things with Kalis, you do things big.
Yeah, no, Kalis
is another YouTuber, by the way.
Yeah, Kalis is another YouTuber. Goes by.
He has 5 channels.
Infinite also. He's Infinite, and then also has Kalis. He does commentary reaction. Then also does has a really successful gaming channel, killing it. this guy goes, I get a text from Kalis, okay?
This is maybe 3 days before New Year's Eve.
I feel like I need to read the text.
You do, because we were both kind of like, what?
Yeah, because I'm waiting to hear back from Kalis, because I said, look, let's do something for New Year's. Let's go up to Big Bear. We'll go ski, snowboard, have a good time, go to the chalet, have some chicken fingers and fries, drink, sip a little bit. Après ski. What is après ski again? Kristen did not stop saying après ski the entire time leading up to us going to Lake Tahoe. And I was like, what are you saying?
I said, we need a cute après ski outfit.
What does that mean?
Après, I'm pretty sure, is after in French. After ski. Like, after ski is like a vibe at the chalet. You know, you could drink hot chocolate and like wear a cute sweater.
Why have I never heard of this before?
You're not on Pinterest enough.
Yeah,
that's
definitely
why.
not. Listen, let's see if you can hear my chest pop.
Oh, ew.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, Christian does this every single day.
No, but don't say does this like I'm intentionally doing that.
Like it's like your trick.
My chest is absolutely funked.
Yeah. I don't know how
my
to fix
sternum,
you.
this middle part of my chest. I don't know what happened at some point in my life. Something happened here. Mm-hmm. But basically, it gets locked up. It'll get locked up throughout the day, depending on I feel like it happens more depending on how I'm sitting position-wise. It'll get locked up, and then and then it starts to hurt. And the only way for me to relieve myself of this pain is I have to flex my chest out, and my sternum literally goes.
Yeah.
It like pops outwards. It feels like it's going like that, like popping out. Anyway, you just heard it.
That's like a serious problem. Like you need to.
You just heard it. That was it. I literally did it live.
If anyone knows how to fix that, please let us know.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure it out. It's been an absolute nightmare because it hurts. When it gets stuck, it hurts. But anyway, Kalis's text. Okay, because I messaged this guy. We said before we left, let's do something for New Year's. I said, of course, dude, let's plan New Year's. Kalis says, yes, we're already looking at places in Big Bear, Mammoth, and Tahoe just to see what's up. But I had said Big Bear only.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean all these other places?
But
They're
Mammoth
so
and
far.
Tahoe are beautiful places to visit for the winter, right?
Yeah.
I said, okay, perfect. Let me know. And then he texts me the next day saying, hey, so I think we figured it out. Tomorrow we are booking if you're totally down. And I said, what?
I remember where we were when we were sitting on the couch watching Christmas movies.
I said, hold on. I said, Kalis, what?
Yeah.
He said, we're booking if you're totally down.
Yeah. So you meant booking what?
Yeah, booking what?
Yeah.
Like what? Like
What's
what?
the
What do we do?
plan?
He said, I've been assessing the options and I want to get a private jet to Lake Tahoe and do New Year's there. It's been a good year for me, so I will get the jet for everyone. But yeah, I'm thinking you, Kristen, and then goes on to list the people that we ended up going with. Let us know if you're up for it. We'd get a super sick Airbnb too.
I feel like I'm reliving this moment. My face is literally like,
yeah,
like that's the way we were. We're like, wait, what? What do you mean?
And I responded, you are mad, you sick a-hole.
Okay,
that's what I
well, let's not.
That's what I responded to him with because I was like, what are you talking about? I was waiting for him to let me know.
That's the most extra thing I've ever heard in my life.
I was waiting for him to let me know what he would like be interested in doing because I was like, we should do Big Bear. If you're down, let's do it. This guy responds with that. So fast forward, we do it, and Kalis gets us a private jet from Van Nuys Airport. From Van Nuys.
Okay, but here's the drama with this.
To Lake Tahoe. Uh-oh.
So
wait, what drama?
Well, he was trying to like keep it a little bit of a surprise because that almost fell through for a second.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it was too last minute.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know, we're probably just gonna have to fly there, like just get whatever flight. But they're all like booking up, like everything was just booked. Anyways, he starts asking us all these questions like, how much do you weigh? How much does your luggage weigh? What size is your luggage? Just all these very specific questions.
Oh, that's because that happened because.
He found
at the time he didn't end up finding a jet that could take us, so we were gonna book regular flights.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I just said that.
Did you literally just say that?
I just said that. You're not listening.
So I was looking at the pillow and admiring this pillow. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
that's what happened.
Yeah, we were gonna be like just flying whatever. We were still waiting to hear like, oh, what airline should we fly? Because they were kind of just figuring it all out, you know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he starts asking us all these specific questions. So I'm looking at Christian like, I don't know. I think they're like trying to get the jet. Like this sounds like a little like, what's with all these specific questions?
Right.
And anyways, they ended up getting this jet that fits just the amount of people that were coming with us.
What was it? Six? It was a six or eight passenger? Six. No,
yeah.
But I think it had to have been an 8. Because there was that seat behind me, and there was a seat up at the front facing.
Okay, fine, 8.
Because I was trying to remember, because I was like, that seat.
The one behind us was technically a toilet, but anyways.
Well, I would have sat on it.
Yeah. So, anyways, there was drama the morning of the flight to get to Lake Tahoe because we're like, oh my gosh, we're flying in this jet. It's going to be so fast and easy to get there. Like, we've never done this before. Like, I was so excited. I'm never excited for flights. Like, you know, that usually all stresses me out. But this was like, this is my once in a lifetime opportunity. I was so excited. Anyways, we get a text in the morning from Kayla's girlfriend, Kira. And she goes, so the pilots just let us know that we can't land in Lake Tahoe because the weather is so bad.
Oh.
So we need to they said we could do the flight, but it's going to be way too bumpy, or it's going to be very bumpy.
It was risky.
It's risky.
It was risky. We just happened to fly into and stay in Lake Tahoe during like their biggest storm. And the most snow that they've got in
like
I
40
can't remember,
years or something like that.
Something crazy. And we flew in.
Yeah. Not knowing.
That day we were flying in.
Yeah. So they saw the weather and they're like, it's going to be really bad going in there. So we need to figure out where else you could land instead. We ended up landing in Sacramento. And so we flew out of Van Nuys Airport. Let me just tell you just behind the scenes of this private jet thing, because it's oh my gosh, people do not understand like how crazy this is.
Yeah.
First of all, Van Nuys Airport, I think it's just like one little building that has like some private jets you go into. This place is massive. There's all these different terminals for different companies. You go in, there's no one there except for the people that work there. There's like food and like pretty furniture. It's gorgeous. And then we're just there waiting, and then some guy comes out with the little like bell cart things from the hotels and like wheels your luggage out to the plane, shoves it in the bottom of the plane.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, come on. And it's that easy. It's like you could show up 10 minutes before your flight goes just go.
Literally less.
It was crazy. I'm like, okay, if you have like a ton of money, I see why people do this. Like, this makes sense.
I mean, it's like, other than the driving to the hangar or the airport part, it's essentially like taking an Uber.
That's what it felt like.
You just you show up and you get in and you go. It's not like there's zero process.
Yeah.
There's zero process. The only thing that they did do was just to check your identification to make sure that you are the same person that is going to be on this flight, because you do have to obviously let them know who you are and that you're traveling on this plane. And
it felt special to like talk to pilots. I've never spoke to a pilot before other than saying thank you on the way out. We sat
like a meter away from the pilot the entire flight. Like they're up there flying this small jet.
And the pilot was like, oh yeah, me and my wife always go up to Lake Tahoe, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, if you're married to a pilot, you can just go anywhere you want. Yeah. Like, I was like thinking about his life.
And those pilots work for like obviously extremely wealthy people that either own jets, right? Mm-hmm. Or they work for a company owned by people that own multiple jets, and they work for that company. But those guys, like, they probably have the luxury to be able to take those jets if they want to. I'm sure their bosses, if they're working for like private clients,
they might even own their own planes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm sure they probably have their own planes.
Yeah.
But I mean like a jet like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure if they really wanted to, because a lot of these, they get close with their bosses, right? The guys that are owning these planes. I'm sure if they just were like, hey, me and my family really wanted to go and do this, we would really appreciate it, if we could take the plane. We're just going from here to thing, and I'll bring it right back. And I'm sure they'd probably be like, yeah, take it. If they're not using it, probably like, yeah, take it. And they probably literally take the plane.
For their own fuel and stuff like that, maybe, yeah.
But then, they literally could fly the plane. They'd fuel it.
Yeah.
And they dock it at the hangar or whatever partner hangar that they have that they're going to dock it at.
Yeah. I don't know. It made me think like, wow, that's like kind of cool. So he was saying he flies everywhere all the time. He's going somewhere after this flight. It was like, okay. But anyways, like if you... It's crazy that we're even talking about this, because like I just never thought that like I would ever be on a little plane like that and get that kind of experience. So it was like crazy.
We keep saying little plane, but it's a private, it's a jet.
Yeah. I mean little because it was little.
Well, when you stand next to it compared to like you're getting like, on a commercial flight, you're like, oh wow, I could like hug this.
It kind of felt like plane. We were like in a little limo, and like just us were going to this thing, and it was so smooth. We were all a little worried because none of us had done this before. We were all a little worried,
except
like, ooh, is it going to be a little rocky? Right, you have.
I have.
Yeah.
A little bit
special. Have not, but we were like, is it going to be rocky? Like, it's a small plane. We're like a little worried. It was the smoothest, easiest, most calm.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful experience. Loved it.
Yeah, it was super smooth, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
It just felt, honestly, those things handle really well in the air.
It seemed to.
Considering how small they are compared to commercial airlines, you'd think because they're lighter and smaller, they would take more of a beating from the air. Mm-hmm. It was really smooth.
It was so funny because 2 of the guys we went with that Kayla's invited didn't even know that we were going on this plane. So it was a big surprise to them. They just thought they were at some airport that had like smaller planes, and they're like, oh, we're getting on one of those planes that has like 30 people or whatever on it. Like it's to Lake Tahoe. And we're like, oh no, it's just us on this thing. They were like, what?
What's really cool right now is there's a lot of companies that are doing this. I don't know how far they've expanded. Because I know in LA there's quite a few. Mm-hmm. There's a few different companies, but they basically own jets.
They're actually sister companies to the big companies, like
really?
JetBlue, like that airline that I was talking about. They are a sister company to JetBlue, so it's not like there's some random people. Like it's like they already are in the air world.
Well, I didn't know that they were. I didn't know that they were sister companies of those companies.
Yeah.
But yeah, they basically are smaller planes, jets, like private jets, and they vary from like 8 passenger and up. I think they go up to like 30 passenger.
They go up to 30, yeah.
But basically, you can fly private on a private jet, and you go to a separate terminal at the airport, wherever the terminal is. Sometimes they're not directly at like any of your main airports, but you go to the airport, and you basically are booking a seat on this jet. And they're becoming way more common now. I did not realize how many there are, but you book a seat on the jet, and you go through like a very minimal or not as extensive security process to get on the plane. And like Kristen said, you can literally show up like 10 minutes before your flight. You go in, you do a little security check, and then you're just straight to the plane. You literally walk the tarmac to the hangar or where the plane's at, and you just get on and sit.
And you get food and drinks and all that, like a first class type of thing. And you wouldn't know everyone on the flight, but it would be kind of cool if you're traveling with a bigger group.
Yeah.
And I found this on TikTok. I saved this girl's TikTok that was talking about it.
But it's a lot more affordable.
Oh,
that's the point that we're going to make. Is that
it's cheap.
You're flying you're flying on a private jet, and you get all the same benefits as flying on a private jet. Obviously, you're going to be on the plane with people that you don't know, as you would be on a commercial plane. But all the same benefits, and it's a lot cheaper. So like I was seeing tickets for like, they only fly to specific places that are not so far. They're in the country close. Yeah, they are smaller planes, so they can't do these big. $200-$300, somewhere even like $150 for a ticket. Oh, I didn't see that low. Dang, you saw that low? I saw that low. I was like, what? Is that like close though? It was like LA to Vegas. Oh, okay. But it's like, okay, sometimes you pay that to get on to like Southwest, and it's like, why wouldn't you do this? Yeah. So we've never done it, like this other kind of jet company, but that's going to be the next thing. I can't wait to try that. There's so many options now. Yeah. But anyways, I was so excited about that. And we ended up landing our private jet thing, whatever. We didn't continue the story. We didn't continue the story. We're getting sidetracked. Yeah. In Sacramento. And then we ended up having to drive into Lake Tahoe, which was another 2 hours. So it was kind of a detour. Yes, we had to rent a car because they couldn't land. Yeah. Or we made the decision to not land in Lake Tahoe. So where did we end up landing? In Sacramento. In Sacramento. And then it was 2 hours to Lake Tahoe. And Kristen drove us. And it was like the worst foggy, rainy weather up these huge mountains. Like you couldn't see anything. So I don't know. I was gripping my seat the whole time. You were gripping the wheel. It was like, we need to just get there. I wasn't really gripping anything. Well, it was a little stressful. We were singing along the way, weren't we? Playing a good playlist. It was. I mean, we're Canadian. Mm-hmm. And I grew up driving in the snow. So it was like. And there was no snow yet. It was just rain. It was more like, rain and it was snowing a bit. Well, I was a little nervous because it was like, okay, it's raining and it's cold up there. It's going to be freezing rain and be icy. We had to turn the all-wheel drive on that thing. Yeah. I had all-wheel drive on, and we were just plowing through it. And we get there to Lake Tahoe, and there's like snow on the ground. Oh, yeah. Super pretty. And you could tell they just got hit with snow. Yeah. Like a lot of snow. But not the worst of it yet. No. Because we got to our Airbnb and everything checked out. Everything was good. Yeah. We're like, we can't wait to ski tomorrow. Yeah. Like, everyone get your stuff together. It's going to be New Year's Eve. We're going to go skiing. Yeah. It literally felt perfect. We checked in and everything was good. And we were so excited. We went to bed and
got groceries.
Yeah, got groceries, did the whole spiel. We go the next day to go get rentals because there's some of us were renting. And
it was super snowy that day.
It was. You know what was weird is it wasn't snowing that much.
It was the wind and the freezing rain that they were like, okay, we don't know if we can like keep all this open. So they closed the whole ski resort. Like no lifts were open, no nothing.
They closed everything. So
we had no idea. We like drove in. We're like, where is everyone? Like, this is easy, you know, drive in. And it's like, oh no, we're closed. So that missed that first day. Then the power goes out for 3 days straight. We had no power for 3 days. The whole time we were there. The entire time we were there. No heat, no power. We literally bought those like warming heater pads that you can just get for like $1, and we're like putting them in our beds and like putting them in our socks. It was freezing. And then we're just all walking around with like barely any battery on our phones, trying to like use them as flashlights. So it was.
And that morning when we woke up, oh no, wait, we didn't get snowed in. We were trying to go home.
Yeah.
It was snowing really badly, and it was starting to, and this was that day. Mm-hmm. It was later in the evening, but it was snowing so badly that we were driving back up this like hill. And when we got there the first day, remember it was still snowy and whatever, but we were all-wheel drive and we were able to get in the driveway and it was smooth.
The streets were plowed. It was fine.
Yeah. But on the way home during that day,
because it was Christmas Eve, the plows were not working, and we
got stuck.
We got so stuck, like, and everyone got stuck. We stayed in this Airbnb that was on a hill.
Yeah, every car that tried to come up that hill, every car. There was only one truck that actually ended up and barely ended up making it.
Yeah.
And he had like obviously big mud terrain or all-terrain tires on it, had the whole spiel, so that's why he was able to like just make it. But he was even all-wheel drive and just spinning, and his car was just slowly going up the hill. But everybody else that had chains, there was the Tesla that had chains, all those cars.
The chains were doing nothing. They were sparking on the ground. Yeah, it was crazy.
Everybody was stuck.
So then we found shovels and start literally shoveling the entire street so that we can attempt to get our car back up to the house.
We shoveled an entire street.
Literally, there's 6 of us with shovels, like literally shoveling tracks so that we can just drive into the tracks and into the house.
Yeah,
and
our
we
only
could
option,
not make it.
Our only option was to shovel the street. I mean, that's all. Like, it was either that.
I was having fun though. Like, this all sounds like, oh my god, like what, this one bad thing after another. But I was just like, woohoo! Like,
yeah, it was fun because
it's just like memories.
You get like one of those little problem-solving instances where you have to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm like, everyone shovel, bend your knees.
Yeah.
Like, don't hurt your back. I was like sweating.
And we shoveled an entire street, and then we still couldn't get the truck up.
Yeah, like it still didn't work. It's like, it was snowing as we're shoveling. It's like just keeps piling on. So
a local that lived there was driving back down and saw us struggling, to do this. And if we had snow tires, gravy, but we didn't. So this local comes see us struggling, and he goes, "Look, there's a school down at the bottom of the hill. You could park it in the parking lot." Mm-hmm. So that was literally our only option. We drive down to go into that parking lot. We pull into the school. I pull in with the truck, and the snow is already about like 3 feet. So like when I'm pulling into the school parking lot, like we're plowing. We're plowing into it, right? Oh my gosh. So we finally plow into it, and I don't stop the truck, so I keep it moving. We plow in, and then I go in and I see where the parking area is, and I just get the car to park. And then I think Kira called, or someone called and said something about like either snowplows ran through or this car was actually able to get up or something. Come back. Too late. Our truck was just now in 3 feet of snow.
Stuck.
Fully stuck. Nobody around. So we just walked it back up. But that following morning, when we woke up, the car, you couldn't see the car. Like you just saw a mountain of snow.
Oh my gosh.
And our truck was underneath it. So we literally... And
shoveled your way out of that too.
Thank God Kayla said, let's bring a shovel, because I was just going to walk down there and be like...
We'll just push it out of the way.
Yeah, no, I was going to be like, the snow plows had to have came through down there. We're chilling. We're just going to drive it out. And he goes, well, maybe we bring a shovel just in case. We get there, the car's literally submerged. You cannot see it. So that shovel actually was the only reason why we were able to get out, because the snow plow plowed the school, but
just
not
plowed you in.
But not the parking spots.
Yeah, that probably made it even worse, actually.
Yeah, we had to shovel all that snow out, and then I just got in after we dug out the snow from behind the tires, floored it out, and then we were able to get back on the street. And then that day was a lot better because the plows
That day
came
was a
through.
little clearer, and they opened up the ski hills again, so we all finally got out of there, and we're like, we're not staying in this house. It's freezing and it's dark. We still don't have power.
Dude,
So
skiing was so fun, dude.
Skiing. It was so fun.
I love trolling
You know what?
people,
It was
dude.
kind of scary.
What?
No, I didn't mean like fully scary. Like, I meant like Lake Tahoe skiing is like, these are mountains. Like, this was,
yeah.
there was like 2 green hills. Everything is like blue, black diamond, you know.
You're cliffside.
You are. Like,
We were
I was
doing the
kind of like,
blue.
ooh, if you cannot turn properly, like, do not come on these hills.
No, you're going off of a cliff. So
I know that
like,
sounds like we're exaggerating, but like, no. Like, I thought we chose an easy hill. It was blue.
Yeah, we took this blue hill, and it's like a detoured hill. So
It's like long
yeah.
and takes you around the mountain. It doesn't look as steep.
Yeah, it's like a cross country type route. It's not like a straight shot where you just cruise all the way down. You just, it's like a windy road.
It's kind of like a scenic route.
Yeah.
I like it.
It almost feels like there could have been a street underneath that you could have driven.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe there is.
It felt like that. But like Kristen said, they're literally on the edge. You're like, if you make a mistake and you go to the edge of that, you're just going to fall and roll until you land somewhere or...
It actually looked kind of dangerous. That's why I meant scary. Like, we were good enough to like do it, but I forgot how hard your legs work skiing. Like, geez,
Yeah.
I was like,
Kristen you're struggling a little
I
bit.
literally get down the hill being like, my legs hurt. You're like, come on.
I wasn't struggling at all.
I was trying to keep up after you. You like speed down the hill.
Cause listen,
Christian looks like Mr. Bean while he's skiing. He just does all these funny things to make everyone around him laugh.
Oh,
he
yeah.
doesn't even know anyone on these ski hills,
Yeah.
and he does these weird things, and it's just like everyone's laughing. He goes down, does these weird stances, like these poses, and says "extreme sports." Like,
I was just screaming
you look
extreme
like the
sports
least
the entire
extreme
time.
sports person.
I try to troll people because I don't want to toot my own horn and pat myself on the back, but I'm a pretty good skier. Okay, I'm fast, agile. I can smack these edges.
You can shred like
Top
that.
tier. I'm a shredder. Okay, I played hockey, so
But he did
skiing
tip over on the bunny hill.
I didn't tip over on the bunny hill.
It was just a tip.
Why you gotta roast me like that?
Because it was just funny. Like, it's just like, you are a good shredder skier, but then
I
you just tipped.
I tipped because I was just doing a little too much on the bunny hill.
I don't even think you were moving. I think you were standing and then
No, I
you just
wasn't
tipped
moving.
over.
Yeah. I wasn't even moving.
That's why it was funny. It wasn't like a real fall, and you got up in seconds.
But I troll people. So I like to look like a complete noob, like brand new, just skiing for the first time today.
Yeah, like
and then,
major pizza, like,
and then just going down like really aggressive hills. So I'm just going down aggressive hills with like my arms in the air, pizza
like
stopping.
flailing.
Just, oh my god!
Extreme
Yeah,
sports.
screaming extreme sports, and people are just watching me go by like this.
Oh, it's so funny. That guy was laughing. He was like kind of skiing with us, like behind us.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, the skiing there is a little bit more advanced. So
Yeah, it is a more advanced. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It is a more advanced skiing
experience
versus like.
But really, really cool because we're from Canada. We ski. There's like hills there and whatever. And we go to this place, and this is like, there are 4 sets of ski lifts to take you all the way to the top, which is insane. Like, you get up the first one, and then there's chalets and more ski hills in there, and then you take another one up, and
Dude,
another
they take
one.
you to the sky.
It's crazy.
Like when we looked on the map to see like where we were going, like we were high up in the mountains, and on the map you would see like there's another lift and then another lift.
Yeah. And
so
you
can
look up and you can't even see it because it's in the fog in the clouds.
No, you
it's
can
like, ooh.
like you can go up there.
Yeah.
I wonder what that. I mean, if you're a shredder.
If I couldn't even get down one hill without my legs killing, imagine I went all the way to the top.
What do you mean when your legs killing though? Like what was happening? To you,
my
dude?
muscles were working so hard in my what are these called?
Your quads, yeah.
It's almost like it literally felt like I hadn't worked out a day in my life. Like I was like, ooh, this is pathetic.
You got to work on the quads.
I feel like I have been, but not good enough.
You got to work on the quads because if you're in a squat, you know, or you're, you know.
I think I was like scared skiing, you know, I really didn't want to hurt myself. I really just didn't want to fall. So I was really focusing. And sometimes that's not good to be like very like stiff.
Yeah.
So I was trying, but anyways, I loved it. We did a few rounds of skiing and it was great. We kind of want to like get our own gear maybe because the renting process is kind of a whole thing. So
I definitely want to get a snowboard and I want to get snow blades.
He keeps talking about these snow blades. Well, I'm too scared for you going on.
They're just
blades.
smaller skis.
I'm never gonna keep up with you.
But that's why you're scared.
No, that's not why I'm scared. I just said that I knew you were gonna say, "Oh, Kristen that's why you don't want me."
Listen, I tell her I want to get blades because I've skied on blades before.
Because he's gonna try and go do flips or something.
I'm not gonna try and do flips. They're just not as big. They're smaller, and you can be more agile. And they're just more like imagine carrying ski blades around versus skis. They're literally this big.
I know, but
it's like
I don't know. I just don't
shoe.
want you doing anything that's like scary or dangerous. Because you're the one to be like, let me go try this jump.
No, I mean, if there's a jump once in a while and I see it, I'll just hit it and wipe out just for.
No. That's so bad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, no, I just can't be there to watch. So, anyways, we really loved that. So
yeah, that was a fun trip.
By the time we checked out, literally the cleaning lady knocks at the door to like clean the Airbnb as we're on our way out. She comes in with a whole generator. And I'm like...
I was like, what the funkery duck?
We just spent 3 days, no heat, no anything. And they come in with a generator, start plugging lamps in. I'm like, someone couldn't bring us a generator? Like, I don't know. It was just like...
I was genuinely shocked. That was probably the most unhospitable Airbnb experience. I don't know if we
were supposed to ask or something, but I felt like that would be like a good host thing to offer it. Unfortunately, these people have not had power for 3 days. Maybe we should offer that.
The host was basically said, "Oh, that sucks."
I know. We're like looking through every drawer, like, are there any lighters or like candles?
Like, well, there's candles under the sink, and we're freezing in a snowstorm, no heat, no power. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Like this.
Yeah, and then come in and start vacuuming with their power. I'm like, what?
Yeah, my feelings were hurt when they came in with the power.
Me too.
That was the New Year's trip. That was fun.
That's going to be very memorable, and we kept saying because of all of the series of unfortunate events, it made it more memorable.
More fun, yeah.
Yeah, more fun, more memorable. It was just like, yeah, you can't forget that now.
Because we hung out more, we played games.
Yeah, we played games really in the dark.
Yeah, in the dark, literally. All thanks to Kalis, by the way.
I know, like he's like the best friend ever.
Because that trip wouldn't have happened, if it wasn't for him.
No, not at all.
We would have done something else, something random, Big Bear or something like that. But Kalis literally made that whole trip happen.
Yeah, he's a good organizer. That was good.
Yeah. You
always need a friend that's going to be the one that pulls it all together, you know?
Yeah, literally. That's Kalis.
That's him.
That's Kalis for us.
Get yourself a Kalis.
Yeah. So for Christmas, Kristen got me this ring, okay? And we've talked about this before we saw it.
We have talked about it, but I never talked about it on the podcast because I was scared that Christian was going to go buy it for himself.
When we did the gift guide?
When we did the gift guide, that was like my number one thing on the gift guide, but I didn't mention it because I'm like, Christian's going to press order as we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So I totally just took it off the radar because anyways. But it's
I'm pretty
the Aura
bad to
ring.
shop for gifts.
Yeah, you really are. Like, honestly.
Because I just end up getting myself the things.
Yeah.
But not on purpose. I just like... I get excited and I go, okay, I'm going to get it.
I'm taking all of your shopping privileges away in the month of December next year.
Okay.
Okay? No more shopping privileges.
You're in timeout. Yeah. No more shopping.
No more shopping.
Give me your credit cards.
Yeah.
And then you just buy everything on my credit card.
Right. Merry Christmas.
But this ring, it's called the Aura ring, okay? This is not spawns, by the way.
No.
This is just love for the company because my sleep isn't the best by choice. I don't think it's like something that I'm doing without realizing it. Like I am some nights going to bed really late or messing up my sleep schedule, taking a nap throughout the day, doing stupid things that affect my sleep. But it's hard to see how that's affecting your sleep, if that makes any sense. So this ring...
Well, you could sleep all night, but it's like sometimes it's like he's so exhausted during the day or like just stuff like that. And it's like, why are you so tired? Like, are you sleeping at night? And then we're starting to think maybe you're not sleeping. So we kind of one of our main topics is like sleep. When I heard about this Aura ring, it's a sleep monitor ring. and it monitors breathing, air intake or something, which is breathing, whatever.
Well, let me tell you.
You
Let me tell you what it is, okay?
But I thought it would be the perfect gift for Christian.
It doesn't just do sleep. It also does workouts. It can track workouts the same way that the Apple Watch can. It can do all the fun things. Mm-hmm. But
like a health ring.
Yeah. You don't realize how bad your sleep is until you have like a device tell you how bad your sleep is. So like for me, like I obviously knew that my sleep wasn't the best. Mm-hmm. But when you have something show you the data of how bad your sleep is and you're seeing all of these different metrics, it really shakes you a little bit to...
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like after seeing all that data, I was like, wait, I got to actually...
I feel like you haven't been telling me your bad data.
Well, at the beginning, when I first...
Tell me the good data.
No, because now it's been good, right?
Oh, okay.
But for the most part, when I started, everything was like bad. Like, a lot of the stuff was red. My REM sleep was really, really low. My deep sleep was moderately okay. I was going to bed too late. I wasn't sleeping enough. My heart rate didn't actually get to drop to its lowest potential because there's this whole
It tells you all this on the app?
Yeah, it tells you like your body, like when your heart rate isn't getting lower and then stabilizing and it's staying pretty high, like when you fall asleep, that means that your body hasn't gotten to the place to relax enough yet to where it can recover. So your heart and your body is still kind of going even though you're sleeping, so your body's not recovering. So it'll tell you all that stuff. Like it literally breaks it down for me, and it blew my mind.
Oh my gosh, wait, but I'm kind of like thinking now that I've seen you sleep, and I'm like, yeah, sometimes it doesn't look like you're relaxing. You're fully giggling in your sleep and twitching and all this stuff that looks like it's taking energy.
Well, let me have a good time once in a while. Let me laugh a little bit.
Literally laughing in his sleep. But yeah, no, I thought he would be the perfect person to get an Oura ring because he really likes knowing health data. Like if you know someone that's like very not hypochondriac, but kind of.
I'm hypochondriac.
Yeah, like just a little bit like they need to know everything about what's going on. They would really like this ring.
So
I think it monitors from your pointer finger your pulse or something, and it's going based off of that.
Yeah, your blood oxygen level. It tells you your blood oxygen saturation throughout the night. So it'll tell you like if you're getting enough oxygen, like if you're breathing, right? And then it tells you like breathing regularities. It'll tell you if you have any irregularities in your breathing. So if you stop breathing at any point throughout the night, it literally will tell you.
Whoa.
So this is from last night, and last night we were kind of being a couple of dinkles because we were up a little bit later, but
well, yeah, I stayed up till like 2 something.
Yeah,
you fell asleep before me. I was even up later.
It's red today, dude.
Oh,
and
you woke up early because Stu was screaming in your face.
Screaming in my face this morning.
Stu is our cat, by the way. Literally. It's like,
bro, and that is the worst thing. I love Stu, and I love the cats.
It's louder than our alarm.
But that is the worst thing to hear when you have not gotten enough sleep.
He's so cute though.
Yeah, because he won't stop. A hug. Yeah, he wants a hug. He wants you to sit there and pet him and whatever. But then you're not sleeping. So last night is red for me because I got 6 hours and 42 minutes of sleep.
And that's not enough for males, they say.
Yeah. My REM sleep is low. Only an hour and 4 minutes of REM sleep.
What?
Yeah. It breaks all this down for you. Anyway, it's a really, really amazing device. It also tracks like your activity too.
Do you think I could put it on my finger one night so we can do a comparison? Like,
you can't. It's mine.
Why?
Well, then I'm gonna miss a day of data, and I can't have that happen.
No, you can. If it fits on one of my fingers, I kind of want to see like,
it won't fit
am
on
I
your
sleeping?
Fingers. My fingers are bigger.
What if I'm sleeping so good? Like, I don't even know.
Well, we'd have to check, but you can't use my ring to do it. This is mine.
Oh, that's not fair.
It also tells you your readiness for the day, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Just if you want to plan your life, I guess, around that.
Well, it tells you.
I don't know.
It tells you like how optimal your day is for like strenuous activity. I guess if you didn't get enough sleep, it literally will tell you that you can't.
Take it easy today.
Yeah, take it easy. Recover a little bit longer. All this extra stuff. So my readiness. It's weird though. My readiness score isn't horrible today. Because I think I still slept a decent amount. 6 hours and 42 minutes isn't nothing. It's not like I slept 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, my readiness score is still good today. And
wow.
I feel good. But I do definitely feel like I did not sleep enough. But now paying attention to the data, now I'm able to like connect the two. Because before, like, I would take a nap throughout the day or get really tired throughout the day. But not
not really realize why.
It's because I went to bed late last night. But now seeing like the exact amount of hours that I've slept and whatever.
Yeah.
If you sleep 5 hours or 4 hours in a night, and you see all that data broken down for you, you can't possibly go and function the next day thinking that you got a good amount of sleep to be able to function normally.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like I could function normally under that amount of sleep now, knowing it, you know?
Yeah. And I just think it's, I don't know, it just seemed like a you type of present. So it's kind of cool because
I'm a gear guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like he loves gear and all this kind of stuff, information, and Aura Ring actually has a different kind of sizing, so you can't just go based off of a ring size.
Yeah.
So I didn't know like which one would fit him, but I knew black would probably be what you'd want.
Yep.
Anyways, Aura Ring sends you this sizing kit. So once you confirm your size with them, you just confirm what size you want and they send the ring in.
Yeah.
So cool.
This is not even spawns.
I know, but
you know
I
what
hear
I mean?
a lot
Like
of
this
people
is
talk
just
about
like
Aura Ring.
This is just like I genuinely like the product.
You know who I think started it?
And it's helped me a lot. Who?
You know, I think like the first place I ever saw it years ago, because this is not brand new. Kim Kardashian.
Oh God, here we go.
She used to post
Kristen's
her...
idol. You know who started this?
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying she used to post, and maybe it was paid for. Who knows? I don't know. Spawns. Maybe. Yeah, she used to post her Aura Ring sleep score and be like, look how great, like she gets good sleep at shows. Like she would be like kind of showing off of like, look how good of a sleeper I am. So.
Must be nice.
Meanwhile, I know, I'm like looking at you like, I don't know if you could say that about yours.
Yeah, definitely can't.
You're like still working on it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you know anyone that's like a...
Maybe if their birthday's coming up,
trying to figure out
Christmas
their sleep
anymore.
Yeah. But it's a great present.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. And I'm glad it's been like useful for you.
I literally wear it every day.
Yeah, it looks cool.
All right, well, that's going to conclude episode 12.
All about gear.
2023, episode 12. All about gear. Well, it wasn't all about gear. We're talking about...
Well, like jets and...
That's not gear.
Power outages.
Power outages. That's vehicle.
And rings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and that fun story time that we have from New Year's. That was fun.
Yeah.
And we'll do that again.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
maybe we host a big party in Lake Tahoe.
No, that's too much.
Let's do that. We'll host a Great Gatsby Lake Tahoe party.
You throw that party.
Everybody will be invited, and we'll get it popping.
Side note, wouldn't that just be so fun to do that one time, like a big like Chris and Kris event, like party or something like that?
100%. We'll host the nuttiest event ever. But
let me know also in the comments down below on the YouTube channel, if you're watching, listening, how are you feeling about this new year? Are you feeling excited about 2023? Are you feeling a little like a little stressed behind about it, kind of like I am?
Yeah.
Just let me know your thoughts.
Yeah.
I kind of want to open that up a little bit.
And make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications on YouTube if you're watching.
Yep.
If you're watching or listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you can subscribe, follow there. You can leave a review on both of those. On Apple Podcasts, you can write a review. We'd appreciate all of it.
Rate us 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Stars.
We love you guys, and we're going to see you in episode 3 next week.
No, episode 3.
13. Oh my God.